So much, David. Well, I am still here with the talented Korey, an MSU senior, which we didn't even mention that, which is so exciting. But you know, you're going to be performing poetry in the upcoming Reclaiming Space event on February 5th. But we are lucky enough to kind of hear some poetry from you today. So what piece will you be performing for us?
I am going to be performing a piece called Inheritance.
Okay. And what is kind of the inspiration behind this?
So kind of really thinking about the legacy in my family. John Quincy Adams has a quote that said, "I am a warrior so my son can be a merchant and his son can be a poet." And this is kind of to pay respect to the Black men in my family who've come before me.
All right, well, thank you so much. We're going to say, take it away.
I am from what I am, and I am clay. Don't worry, I'll get to my formation very soon. But to understand the present, you must understand my past. I am from a mask. From the hands of a sculptor who put me through a kiln with the promise he'd be back for me, to long nights that felt like days that would never end, and I was always left out to dry. To the memories you never know torment me at night, the reason sometimes I cannot breathe. So many fractures comprise me. A lifetime of telling brother destroy the other as if shattering ever made anything stronger. Someone once told me that clay was easy to fix, that you just pile more and more on the parts to your discontent as if they'd never existed until the wax is no longer whole. Clay is not a metaphor. I am from crevices and chips that masquerade as perfection, as intricate as Pandora's box of stone, but containing all the more chaos. Always art for the beholder. To succeed, I let you mold me any way you choose, and I have never been okay with that. From the definition of malleability. I am from long owed reparations and spinning in my chair to knowing that I'd always have to be at war. Stop trying to sculpt me into an American flag when I'm 110% certain we didn't ask to be that way. Inscribed chalices from Africa and the Caribbean tell a story my mouth's not allowed to speak. Stop asking me where I am from if you do not want to change my story.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that story. And you're exactly right when you were saying that poetry is magic and these words mean so much. So thank you so much for sharing all of that and knowing too that other people can share their stories in this space, Reclaiming Space. The evening of poetry will be on February 5th. But you know, we've been talking about reclaiming space and these power that we have with our words. So what message do you have for those that maybe might struggle to want to reclaim that space and not knowing where to go? What advice do you have for them?
I would definitely say the space is yours. We have to reclaim it, but it is rightfully yours. So go ahead, take the action. And there's people like me and the community that we're having on February 5th. That community is there for you.
Exactly. And like Lauren said too, we're not alone.
We're not alone. Yes, exactly.
Well, thank you so much. And we'll have all that information, of course, and where you can follow Korey as well.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Yes. We love the power, but the smile too that you bring too. So let's keep it going. But thank you again for everything. And we have more Studio 10 after the break where we're going to